Okay, hi Amelia. So I would love to review your CMP that came in. So you got labs drawn and your results came in, and I would like to go over some of those for you. So as we are doing discussion on fertility for you and what that looks like, and you going into this trying to get pregnant, we obviously want everything to be at the best it could possibly be. So in your labs, there's a lot of really great things that I'm seeing that are all within normal range, but there's three things in particular that I see that are a little outside of range that can kind of tell me something might be going on for you. So you have high chloride, you have creatinine, which is slightly low, and then your glucose is technically within range. We want to see it from 60 to 100, and it's right at the 100 mark. So you're trending more towards high, but that could be an indicator of what you ate before you got this test done. So I'm not as concerned with that, but the other two things along with that kind of right being on the edge is telling me a couple things. So your chloride, it can be high from like high sodium. It can also be high from dehydration, kidney disease, things like that. I don't think that there's anything going on as far as kidney disease, but dehydration, metabolic acidosis, and excessive intake of salt are some of the things that can be an indicator for that. And that leads back to your diet, which also refers back to your creatinine. So that's also low. So that's telling me that your muscle mass is kind of being depleted, which is telling me that your I'm losing my train of thought, which is telling me that your what word am I looking for? That you, sorry, found it, that you could be having some malnutrition go on. So that's what I was trying to say. So I would love to get a diet summary from you, review what's going on with your diet, seeing how much processed foods you're eating, how much protein you're eating, how many good fats are you eating, what does your hydration look like, to try to kind of straighten these things out and see if your nutrition is the factor here, because that can be sometimes challenging, but also is somewhat easy to kind of get a hold of and kind of change those things. So everything else looked great. There was nothing else that I was really concerned about, and that was outside of range. But nutrition can have a really big effect on fertility. It can really affect your cycles if your malnutrition or some of your levels are off, too high sodium, too low, which all of that looks good for you. But definitely like protein intake and sugary foods can all be a factor and really affect your cycle and when you ovulate. So we want to kind of get a hold of this and kind of see what's going on for you. So I hope this was helpful.